Welcome to the May 2023 edition of the GECF Monthly Gas Market Report. We would like to present a short overview of the main highlights of the report, which include the major developments in the gas market during the last month. The global GDP growth for 2023 is projected to slow to 1.9%, according to Oxford Economics. The global economy has shown resilience, with some positive momentum from the gradual easing of inflationary pressures, softening of commodity prices and economic recovery in China. However, downside risks persist, particularly with concerns about the banking sector. Furthermore, inflationary pressures in many countries have been easing as a result of tighter monetary policies. According to the latest forecast from Oxford Economics, global inflation is expected to decline from 7.8% in 2022 to 5.7% in 2023. In April 2023, total gas consumption in the EU dropped by 7% year-on-year to reach 28 BCM. The decline was driven by warmer than normal temperatures and the implementation of the EU regulation on voluntary gas demand reduction. Despite the drought, less windy weather conditions, and a decline in coal output during the month in the EU, gas consumption in the power generation sector recorded a decline of 8% year-on-year in April 2023. In contrast, gas consumption in the US is estimated to have grown by 1.6% year-on-year to 67 BCM, with the power generation sector being the main driver of the growth with an increase of 13% or 3 BCM year-on-year. For the first quarter 2023, China's apparent gas demand, including pipeline imports, LNG imports and national production, increased by 2% year-on-year to 97 BCM, mainly due to the easing of COVID-19 lockdown measures. In April 2023, shale gas production in the 7 major shale-producing regions of the US increased by 6% year-on-year, reaching a total production of 82 BCM. The Marcellus and Utica region produces the largest volumes of shale gas and accounts for almost 40% of total shale gas production. Furthermore, Europe's gas production declined by 2.2% in March 2023 year-on-year, with a total output of 16 BCM, mainly due to a decrease in production from the Netherlands. The UK and Norway maintained the same production levels from a year earlier. In contrast, China's gas production increased by 4% year-on-year to reach 20.5 BCM in March 2023. Gas and liquids volumes discovered in March 2023 totaled 425 million barrels of oil equivalent, of which 8% was gas and 92% was oil. This was an increase compared to the 127 million barrels of oil equivalent discovered in February 2023 and 234 million barrels of oil equivalent discovered in March 2022. At a regional level, Africa accounted for 70% of the discovered volumes while North America and Europe accounted for the rest. Moreover, 2023 recorded the lowest first quarter discovered volumes in decades. In April 2023, PNG imports to the EU increased by 3% month-on-month, reaching 14 BCM. However, this quantity was 31% lower than April 2022. This decrease was driven by reductions in imports from Russia, Norway and Algeria, while imports from both Azerbaijan and Libya increased. In April, there were 2.1 BCM of PNG flows to the EU from the UK, making it the third largest supply route during the month. Norway exported 39% of its volumes to Germany, while Algeria supplied 80% of its exports to Italy. In March 2023, there were 4.8 BCM of PNG imports to China, which was 2% higher month-on-month and 4% higher year-on-year. Global LNG imports surged by 10% year-on-year to 34 million tons in April 2023, driven by stronger LNG imports across all regions, especially in the Asia-Pacific and Europe. In Europe, the rise in LNG imports continues to compensate for the lower pipeline gas imports. Meanwhile, the rebound in gas consumption in China, opportunistic buying in India due to lower spot LNG prices, and declining gas production and pipeline gas imports in Thailand contributed to the increase in the Asia-Pacific's LNG imports. Furthermore, the Philippines joined the ranks of LNG importers in April. Meanwhile, global LNG exports increased sharply by 6% year-on-year to 36 million tons, driven primarily by non-GECF countries. At a country level, LNG exports were up significantly in the US, Australia, Norway, Algeria, Indonesia, Trinidad and Tobago and Mozambique. In April 2023, the restocking of gas storage sites commenced in the EU, and the average daily amount of gas in storage increased to 59 BCM. This volume of gas in storage was 30 BCM higher than in the same month 1 year ago and 22 BCM higher than the 5-year historical average. The mild weather conditions and demand reduction measures kept storage levels in the region high throughout the winter season. In Japan and South Korea, the total LNG in storage was estimated to be 10 BCM, which was 2% lower month-on-month, but 16% higher year-on-year. In the US, the level of underground gas storage increased to 56 BCM, which was 14 BCM higher year-on-year. Gas and LNG spot prices in Europe and Asia continued their downward trend for the 4th consecutive month. In April 2023, the TTF gas and Northeast Asia LNG spot prices averaged $14 per MMBTU and $12 per MMBTU, respectively, decreasing 1% and 9% month-on-month. The TTF gas and Northeast Asia LNG spot prices were 57% lower year-on-year. With the arrival of the shoulder season, the market witnessed a decrease in tightness as a result of ample storage and strong LNG supply. However, in Asia, there was emerging buying activity in anticipation of the summer season, which helped limit the decline in spot LNG prices. Thank you for watching this short video presentation on the May 2023 edition of the GECF Monthly Gas Market Report. We invite you to download the full report from our website at www.gecf.org. You can also access the report by scanning the QR code provided.